Hello, this is a quick update, part 14, here from my rather broken bed. It collapses a lot, which is really annoying. That's because I, on it, broke all the slats somehow, all the straps on the slats, so I had to put them in manually, and ever since then it keeps breaking. And it also falls apart every now and then because I managed to push the damn end out by stretching my legs too much. So the screws at the end have come loose. So they need to be smashed back in every now and then. When I say smashed, I mean smashed. So here I am, I want to say, in my broken bed. And this is a quick update, part 14. And I just want to say I haven't drunk anything since coming out of the hospital, which means I haven't had a drink in about 6 weeks. Which is pretty damn good. 6 or even 7 weeks. Yeah, which is pretty good, I think. Um, so I haven't had a drink in ages. I don't even crave drink anymore. I think I must have been alcohol dependent rather than an alcoholic, sorry, because I have no craving for it whatsoever. And even the thought of it makes me feel sick. Maybe it's some medication they gave me on the hospital ward. I don't know. But anyway, those experiences I was talking about that I had during the coma, during my treatment at the hospital, I have let them go. I managed to leave them in my past where they belong. I occasionally think about them, but I've left them in the past, that more or less. I'm trying to move forward with my life now. But the problem is, I've developed a new, well, one explicable health condition and the other one not so explicable. The explicable one is stomach area pains. And I can understand why that is because it's due to bad diet. Eating the wrong food. I didn't realize that you had to eat certain foods after you had pancreatitis. No one told me. No one on the ward told me. None of the doctors told me. None of the nurses, you know. So they didn't leave me with any kind of aftercare. And even on the fucking, sorry to swear, on the discharge notes, it says no aftercare, which is really rather what's the word? Concerning. It concerns me, I should say, that they wrote that. And they didn't tell me anything before I left that would help me deal with this disease that I have. Because I still have the disease, it's not cured. You know, I've still got acute, what I've got is that technically acute, I can't remember the name. Uh, I'm so dumb. This is my damn disease, man. I can't remember the name. Pancreatitis. I had acute pancreatitis, right? And you're supposed to get some kind of discharge, kind of help after discharge, you know. Um, but I didn't get any. I didn't get any info, or I just got meds, and that was it. And very bad information on how to take them, I must add. So yeah, it's pretty stupid. So I looked up what you're supposed to eat for pancreatitis, and it's like no fast food. So I understand why I got bad gut trouble because yesterday I had fast food twice, stupidly. I didn't know, you see. I thought you could eat whatever you wanted. So I wasn't given this information there on the board. If I was semi-conscious and I didn't remember. I don't think I did anyway. I'm pretty sure I didn't. And so I didn't get that information about what to eat if you have pancreatitis. And apparently, what you're supposed to eat is a low-fat diet not much sugary foods, not much salty food, greasy food, and no whole fat milk or fatty yogurt, and plenty of fruit and veg, whole grains. Anyway, so I've been eating really badly since I left, so maybe that's why the stomach area hurts and the pancreas hurts. But I haven't had a drop of alcohol. But I'm pretty sure that's why the pancreas hurts. So there's something explicable. The other thing that's unexplicable is what's on the end of my tongue. Well, there's something on the end of my tongue. It's like a growth. Feels like a growth. It's numb and sore at the same time. It's like a big ulcer. And I thought at first it was a mouth ulcer. But then I started worrying because I'm a sort of paranoid type and prone to bouts of hypochondriacy, if that's the word, to being a hypochondriac. Or there's another term, valetudinarian. Very interesting. Being one of those things, both of those things. And so I started to worry, thinking it might be the return of my cancer that I had in 2016, the testicular cancer. And I started looking at pictures, and it looks like the pictures of tongue cancer. So I'm really fucking scared now. So I'm going to talk to the doctor today. I've already booked in with him to speak to him today, this morning at 9. So I'm just waiting now. It's been 4 hours, so it's quite a long wait. Normally would have called by now, but she said it was very busy today. But she said he would get in touch with me, hopefully. Hopefully. That's worrying. I need to speak to him now. This is urgent. I'm going to ask him if I can have more painkillers, which is the oxycodone, which was what I was on in the hospital, which I had almost every day, like at least 4 or 5 times a day, in the form of a liquid syringe into my mouth, which I did most of the time. Sometimes the nurses did it, and then what this pain in my midriff really is. Firstly, I need oxycodone for it, because that's what they gave me for it then, so I'm assuming I need it now. And what it is, just want to confirm it is something normal for what I have, and not to worry about. And then I'm going to ask him if my meds can be on repeat prescription, including the hydrocodone. And then I'm going to ask him about the thing on the end of my tongue, which is really worrying me. And I'm hoping he'll ask me to send a picture rather than go there and meet him face to face, because I can't really go far these days, to be honest. And I think I'd be exhausted going up to the surgery, even though it's not that far away. But if I need to go there, I will. So anyway, I've got to talk to the doctor about these things as soon as possible. So the sooner he rings, the better. My voice just changed. How bizarre. Hope that's not ominous either. I've been talking all day, you see, yesterday to myself, as I said in a previous video. And as I was awake all night last night, I've been talking to myself all night as well. So that's why I've got a sore throat, I think. I hope. It's just when you have two life-threatening diseases, you start to get sensitive to changes in your body, like whether they're minor ailments or major ailments. I think that's normal. So anyway, I'm pretty freaked out at the moment, and I need the doctor just to say it's going to be alright. So I hope I can send a picture of it to the surgery and for him to send me an email saying everything's okay, or maybe not even send a picture, just ask him, tell him what it is from the description of it that I have in my mind from looking at it. Anyway, never mind. Anyway, I'm doing okay apart from these things. Still standing, still going. So I guess I'm a bit of a mensch, as my mum and dad would say, and Jewish people. My mum and dad aren't Jewish, but never mind. But they say slightly Jewish. My dad uses a lot of Yiddish terms for some reason. I think it's because he read this book called The Joys of Yiddish. I can't remember who wrote it. He read a book when he was young called The Joys of Yiddish, and he liked it a lot. So he says a lot of things in Yiddish, my dad. And my mum sort of copies him every now and then. So yeah, I guess that's all I have to say. I'm still standing, still going. I've left that shit on the ward, the ICU, that fucking Dante's Inferno bollocks behind me, and I'm trying to live a better life, a cleaner life. No drugs, no alcohol, healthy food, bit of exercise, less lying down like I'm doing now. I mean, lying in bed all day just makes you feel like an old man, and like when you get older, really seizes up your joints. I mean, I was lying in bed for a month, and when I finally started walking, I mean, it was just knackering. So that's what lying in bed does to you. But to be fair, the pancreatitis basically got rid of my ability to walk, and the treatments got rid of my ability to speak. So I couldn't walk or speak. It was nightmarish, and I was totally dependent on the nurses for everything. For everything. I don't want to go into the details of that, but I was totally dependent on the nurses for everything. That's a scary position to be in, especially if you're a young man, with normally lots of energy and vitality and hey, you're right, geezer, and all that, spiel, and then your health goes and you're just lying in a bed, helpless. You can't do anything for yourself, and you can't even move your legs properly, and you can't even turn over properly, and you can barely roll over when they ask you to roll over, when they want to transfer you from one bed to another if they're doing an MRI or something, or what's the other one? CIT? Oh, I can't remember what the other one's called. I didn't have any MRIs. I had something else. I can't remember what it's called. Anyway, I'm still standing, I'm still going, and that's all that matters. And I'm still seeing these awful signs I told you about earlier in an earlier video. These fucking horrible signs that are like half the time saying I'm the Antichrist and Allah is God. The other time saying I'm Jesus Christ and my Abba in heaven is God. Because Jesus was very vocal about his Abba in heaven. Our Father in heaven was his prayer after all. Okay, our Father, I would say. Not just my Father, if I am Jesus, which I doubt, because I have sinned a lot. Ow, man, my tongue just really fucking hurt. Maybe because I'm speaking so much. I have to round this off now, because my tongue really fucking hurts. That's bad, isn't it? Ow! Fucking hurts. Oh, man. Ah. Oh, man. And some of the time it's Jesus and he's God, and it's all about how he's going to throw me in the lake of fire, which is the hell of Christianity. So the second death it's referred to. Well, I seem to have died at least 4 times, which suggests I have some kind of divinity. I know that sounds plainly absurd coming from a loser like me, but I honestly believe I've died 4 times. 4 times? Yeah, 4 times. No, hold on. 3 times. I believe I seem to have died 3 times. The first time, 2012. Second time, 2020. And the third time, this year, during the whole pancreatitis business, where it really seemed like I had died. I mean, in my coma, they were all saying, you're dead, you're dead, you're dead, and this is hell, and we're going to roast you, And then I woke up from the coma, so I was resurrected. That's what it felt like. I don't know. I mean, it's interesting that the first hell experience, I had pain in every part of my body. My throat and my mouth and all my bones and my head and my eyes, and then I died and then seemed to get up from the ground, and then within a few hours all of that was healed. So kind of like I was resurrected and healed, but then for some reason I wasn't told that. I was just submerged into this awful hell experience that I was deceived into believing. And again in 2020, because obviously this is not hell. Like they don't release Hollywood films in hell like No Time to Die, do they? They don't make and release Hollywood films like No Time to Die in hell, do they? Don't answer that. I don't want to know if you have some horrible, bastard, snide, hurtful answer to that. But yeah, those hell experiences were awful. And I believe I had a second one in 2020, and then a third one again during the coma. So I don't know. I didn't really resurrect and re-heal from those two. But anyway, that's my video. Quick, well, rather long update, part 14. Thank you for watching.